Okay guys, time to hop into some games. Got our first opponent. Let's grab some metal. 5 power, no thanks. Too low impact, that hand. Ooh, that is a terrible hand. The first hand just basically was 5 power, which is too much, especially when the other two cards are like dirtle cards like Grenade and Drone and Dark Wisp. Just not enough. But yeah, this hand is terrible. Might not go too far this game. At least our opponent is not doing a lot yet, so there's hope to draw out of this. But yeah, the stash doesn't even like get anything back with this hand so far. As you can see, I'm holding back on the monument because we have a fair amount of power and the only 5 drops are these two. And by the time we want to cast them, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have found some more power, so I'd rather hold this back to let it turn into a unit, like right now. Unfortunately this is depleted, so no 3/3 this turn, but oh well. Hopefully our opponent plays a target for our Annihilate. That's not quite what I had in mind. And I think I'm not gonna Annihilate this. Just not worth it. See, even 6 power. That's why we held back on this guy. That's fine. I'll take that trade. And now he can basically not attack anymore. Unless he has a pump, because otherwise we just block and effectively gain 1 life from his attack. Or we don't. But at least it's a solid Annihilate target and we still get to block 1 for free each turn. Alright, Annihilate. Slumbering Stone. And I guess we don't attack. I am inclined to throw away my Slumbering Stone here to maybe stash something back. Another target for Annihilate. Oh, that's nice. I think gonna throw away the stone, see what we draw, and get some beats in the air. Some more power, so stash would get us back a Slumbering Stone and half a Grenade in. Not too impressive. So Vara's favor it is for that turn, and then probably next turn we gonna go stash. Yep, now we have something reasonable to get back with stash. I mean, it's not great, but it's something. So stash those two. Still a pretty weak stash, but not much we can do about it right now. Attack in the air, because I'm not planning on blocking with this guy. Really need to draw something like a Callus right now to get some action going. Or a Torrent. This is not looking good for us right now, and it's just way too dirty. Yeah, if you give Big Cambrai this much time and grind so little, that's definitely gonna get punished. Let's hope he doesn't have stand together, so we at least get rid of the Carnosaur. But yeah, this is looking fairly bleak, and it's getting worse. But yeah, I guess Big Combre is one of the maybe worst matchups, possibly, because every single card they play is so powerful and matters so much and outclasses our cards by so much that it's hard to keep up. Like, usually decks only have a critical amount of like actual like powerful cards that we can grind through and then just ignore or easily clean up their chaff. But this deck is like all gas basically, and every single, like most of their cards are like capable of threatening us on its own. So yeah, that makes it a lot harder, and if we don't pull ahead early and stuff like this lives, we have a hard time winning, and our hand definitely was not the kind of hand to manage that. Not sure why he wouldn't attack with everything here. He's way too conservative with his Ascendant, given how low we are and how behind we are. Yep, alright. He got us. Even a Torrent I think is not gonna do enough here anymore. Next opponent. Gonna do 3 games in each video again, like last time. 3 in the first part, 3 in the second part. 6 games is a nice number to get an idea of how the deck performs and how to pilot it, I think. If you would like to see more games in the future, let me know in the comments. If there's enough people wanting to see more than 6 games, I'm willing to record longer game videos. Either make like a third with another 3, or maybe do 4 and 4 or something like that. I mean, like, for Magic I usually do 3 matches, and doing 3 videos of 3 games is kind of similar to 3 best of 3 matches in Magic. At least if they go all the way to 3 games every time. And the games are still quicker, I think, in Eternal than they are in most Magic formats. This is more likely Jiddo than Callus, and yep, there's Jiddo. Easy trade. And Assembly Line's really great in this matchup. Exactly what we want in our opening hand. There you go. This matchup is pretty good. Normally played it a couple times and I think I've won every time so far. I think I trade with everything simply because the threat of Queen making our block so much worse. I think I'm fine with this. Like, if the Jiddo attacks, I can just sack the stone and block the Jiddo. And if it doesn't, I'll just eat a token. Okay. And maybe we even draw into like a torch to torch the Pyro Knight. That would be sweet. That's also pretty decent to deal with the Pyro Knight. And also at a pretty healthy life total still, given how deep we are into the game. There's the Pyro Knight. Slumbering Stone, and pass. So yeah, now we just need like another token maker and then we are good. And without Jitter in play, this is all so much less threatening. Now we even have a good trade with the knife check. And he is basically hoping to get a queen. Alright. I think that's the best block against Rapid Shot. Ready? Alright. That was pretty good. Not everybody runs rally, but can be a decent addition. This is getting close. If he has like another rally or queen, we probably dead. That helps a bit, but not that much. Where are our token makers? I mean, even a grenade and drone would be fine. Time to draw some cards. I mean, 3 cards should provide us with something that seals the deal. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Sweet. Now we should most likely be safe. Especially with the removal and some extra life gain. That should kind of wrap up the game. That also helps. Like Varus Favor is so great against this deck. And now this can chip away at the opponent's life total. Like I said, basically in the deck tech, the flying is really nice. Makes it that it usually is able to freely attack in constructed because there's not much going on in terms of flyers. Actually, gonna draw some cards first. To see what we draw into. Like this, for example. So I think we can torch this, get a cudgel. I think I'm gonna keep this for like a Pyro Knight off the top. Let's see if we get some more cudgels. It's also a nice protection against Rapid Shot. And down he goes. Got our third opponent and a decent hand. The 4 land hands where one is a Varus Favor are really sweet. Sure, we can cast everything usually and have some extra value to not flood out too much and interact enough early on. Against all the creature decks, Varus Favor usually has one or multiple playset targets in the deck. Okay, this usually means some form of control deck, which is pretty good news normally for this deck. Could be Stonescar, could be Carrier Blue. Slightly more inclined to assume Icaria Blue. But I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna make one spider here. Probably better as like a reload after a sweeper later on. Okay, it's Stonescar. It's nice, like Varus Favor plus Torch provides a removal for their statuary maidens, which are really annoying for us. But I've beaten this deck through like double statuary maiden in play, so it's not that big of a deal. They don't apply enough pressure usually. Statuary maiden? Yep, no. Fell Bloodcaster. Alright. I think I'll just attack with both. Probably gonna block this 3-1 anyway. No, he's gonna block the small one. That's even better for us. Because then we get to draw a card. And still gonna clean it up. Okay then. There we go. Once again, the Lifesteal Puma comes in handy, a lot better than another Shadow Sigil in this situation. So yeah, like I said, so far I've been mostly pretty happy with the addition of this guy. Ah! This card's really annoying. I think I'm gonna play this so I can try to like Puma plus Torch the Steward of the Past. I'm not sure if it gets silenced if they die at the same time, but if I Torch now there's the risk of the opponent just killing the Puma before damage. And lifesteal is not that relevant in this matchup anyway, so who cares? Let's hope he doesn't get his third fire influence too quickly, so we can just block and torch. Yep. Oh, that's pretty good though. At least we get 3 spiders now to trade with the champion. But this guy is a bit annoying. There's our answer. But yeah, we got rewarded for holding back on our torrents. And the extra torch from Illuminator allowed us to kill the Harbinger here. Which is probably better than another 2 Grenadian tokens would have been, most likely. Sweet. So yeah, the next one will be like 5 or 6 tokens. That's what I meant, and the opponent is slowly running low on cards, so unless he has another sweeper like Harbinger or Lightning Storm, we are in pretty solid shape. Might be a bit ambitious to attack with 3 rather than 2 here, but whatever. And I think I wanna rather thin my deck than hold on to the favor, because this matchup favor is not gonna do much for us anyway. The thinning is marginal, but so is the value of holding Varus Favor in hand. And getting extra power in play makes top decks like Stash better. Attack with 1 here. Maiden was a solid top deck. pretty good. Let's see what we draw. I think since we can't kill it this turn anyway, that's a solid attempt. Now we have the extra. Maybe I should have attacked with one more, but I don't think it really matters that much. Just hope he doesn't draw a sweeper. Then it's all good. So I think this is probably the best attack. Like, if he has a removal, he can preserve his staff, but he has to lose both his units, which I am fine with for him to draw an extra card. This makes it just more safe for us on the defense. And I think I'm gonna hold back on the Devour, because I don't want to expose this to another Lightning Storm by popping it, and this can counter a removal. And we're not really in a rush to draw cards right now. So what can we get back? A Maiden and like a Death Touch Spider. It's not the most impressive. I think I'm fine with risking to expose it to Lightning Storm now. He has to draw it off the top, I'm not sure how many he runs, and I kind of want to find a removal or something for what the opponent has. So yeah, Maiden, and then like kill. Probably the big life linker is better. And we get a cudgel, which is nice. I think I'm gonna put the cudgel here, protected from Lightning Storm. And we got him. Grinded him out. Torrent of Spiders. Like I said, the deck either usually wins with Torrent of Spiders or Callus. 0 Callus this game. Triple Torrent. Opponent defeated. Sweet. Alright, see you in a moment with the second part of the games.